When Caleb and Mara Turner bought the old house on Willow Street, they thought they'd gotten the deal of a lifetime at 3 stories, a big yard, and a basement. Sure, it needed a little work, but the realtor said the previous owner had simply moved overseas. The first night they slept there, they heard it. A faint meow. Caleb smiled in the dark. Stray cat outside. But Mara frowned. It's coming from the wall. The next morning, they checked every corner, every vent, even the crawl space. Nothing. No cat. But that night, it came again, louder this time. Meow. Scratch. Scratch. It was coming from behind the living room wall, right where the wallpaper peeled in one corner. Caleb pressed his ear to it. The meow came again, muffled, sad, desperate. "I'll get it out tomorrow," he said. Poor thing probably got stuck in the wall somehow. He cut a small hole in the plaster the next day, but behind it was only brick. No space, no fur, no sound. Still, that night, meow. Then another, then a low, wet purr. By the end of the week, the sounds had spread from one wall to every wall. No matter where they stood, they could hear it faintly. Sometimes a meow, sometimes a scratching like nails against wood. Once, they both heard something breathing behind the bathroom mirror. Mara started having nightmares, the kind that felt too real. She'd wake up gasping, swearing she'd seen a pair of glowing eyes staring from the cracks in the ceiling. Caleb thought she was losing it, until he heard it too, whispering. Not words, but something that wanted to be words, coming from deep inside the walls. One night, unable to take it anymore, Caleb grabbed a hammer and started tearing at the drywall. The meowing turned frantic, echoing through the house like laughter and crying combined. He swung again, harder, until the air filled with white dust and splintered wood. Then he froze. Behind the wall, pressed against the beams, was a door, a tiny wooden door. Barely 2 feet high, painted the same faded color as the plaster. Mara's voice trembled. "What the hell is that?" Caleb knelt and reached for the handle. The moment his fingers touched it, the meowing stopped. Silence. Then, from inside a thump, he pulled the door open. Inside was a narrow, dark crawl space. It smelled like rot and old air. He shone his phone light in and saw dozens of small bones scattered on the floor. Cat bones, and in the corner, a pile of old photographs. They were Polaroids, yellowed with age. Everyone showed a family standing in front of the same house. And in every picture, a black cat sat near their feet. The same cat, same eyes, same faint scar across its nose. The last photo was of them. Caleb and Mara, taken from outside their window last night. That night, Mara woke up alone. The room was ice cold. From the walls came that familiar meow, but softer now, closer. She turned on the lamp. Caleb was sitting on the floor, facing the wall. His fingernails were bloody from scratching at the plaster. "Caleb," she whispered. He turned slowly. His eyes were blank, and his mouth twitched. "She's behind it," he murmured. "She says it's warm in there." Then he smiled. A loper rolled from his throat. Before she could move, he crawled into the hole and disappeared into the darkness. The house was quiet after that. No meows, no scratching, just silence. When police arrived weeks later, they found no trace of Caleb. The hole in the wall had been sealed up neatly, like it was never there. Mara left the house. But every night in her new apartment, just before sleep, she swore she could hear it again, faint and patient, meowing softly behind the walls. 1 year later, the house on Willow Street went up for sale again. The realtor smiled politely as a young couple toured the place. "Any history we should know about?" the woman asked. The realtor hesitated, then shrugged. "Just old wiring." The previous owners complained about noises in the walls, probably mice. The man laughed. "We've got a cat. She'd take care of it." From somewhere deep inside the house, something purred, low, hungry, and very, very pleased.